see this fan? This fan's actually as big as like a hand in your fan in your hand, a hand fan like. And me, I'm like a grape, like a big grape, but this is like a, see, this is like a hand fan, you know, it's very very small, extremely. This was in another lifetime, one of toil and blood. When blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured I always do my best for her. On this I give my word. In a world of still-eyed deaf men who are fighting to be warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And not a word was spoken between us. There was little risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagining a place where it's always safe and warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was burned out from exhaustion, buried in the hell, poison in the bushes, blown out on the trail, hunted like a crocodile, right into the storm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around and she was standing there with silver bracelets on her wrist and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully. She walked up to She walked up to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. There's a wall between us, something has been lost. I took too much for granted, I got my signals crossed. Just to think that it all began on a non-eventful morn. Come here, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, the deputy walks on hard nails, the preacher rides him out. But nothing really matters much, it's doom alone that counts. And the one-eyed undertaker, he blows a funeral horn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I've heard a newborn baby walk like a morning dove, and an old man with broken teeth stranded without love. Do I understand your question? Then is it hopeless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation, and she gave me a lethal dose. I offered up my innocence and got repaid with scorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty rocks a razor's edge, someday I'll make her mine. If I could only turn back the clock to when God and her were born,